Resonator. Resonator.
What's going on, my people, and welcome to the Sn95 Power channel. So, I've heard it many times, Coyote motors sound like crap. And don't get me wrong, I definitely do not believe Coyote motors sound anywhere near a pushrod 302 or the 4.6 mod motors. Now, I think a lot of the Coyotes that people rag on is because they go, off-road H-pipe and boiler exhaust. And, they go from stoplight to stoplight, second gear, revving it's like 6,000 RPM. And people don't like that raspy sound. I don't like that raspy sound. I guess I'm more of a traditionalist when it comes to exhaust notes. I love the low, like treble rumble of the 302 or the mod motor. So I'm setting out on a journey to try to get this car to sound likable to me. So let's back up here. Originally I had the stock H-pipe off Project Kendra. That's 4 cats, and I kept the Flowmasters I had on here from when I had the pushrod motor, and it sounded like crap. I hated it, and so I thought it was more to do with the catalytic converters kind of drowning out the sound. Still, I switched over to a BBK catted off-road, not off-road, a catted H-pipe. It didn't change the sound. It still sounded like crap. And I've had these vibrant, ultra quiet resonators for a while. I was going to throw those on Project Kendra. Never got around to it. My man Keith at KWR, he hooked me up on these. He's got these on his Whipple F-150, and I thought it sounded great. Fast forward, my man Lucifer GT, he has them on, well, he used to have them. I don't know if he still has them on his Sn95. And there's a video on YouTube of a Mach 1, not a Coyote, but those ultra quiet resonators really sounded great on that Mach 1. So I'm going to install these resonators and see if we can get this exhaust note likable. I want y'all to give me your honest opinion after I get this installed. Like I say, this would be through a catted BBK H-pipe. I think if I went uncatted, the exhaust note would probably be a little bit different, but I love the fact that I can start this car up at any time of the day. I have to leave for work at 3 o'clock in the morning. I want to be able to start driving this car to work. So that's why I wanted catalytic converters, just to quiet things down. But I can say the idle of these ultrasonic, I say ultrasonic, why I keep trying to say ultrasonic? These ultra quiet resonators is pretty good. So let's head out, give you some driving videos. I'm really curious to see how these sound with a little load to them. I've never hooked the GoPro up before, so I really don't know how it sounds with some throttle. I can, hear it from the cabin, but I'm kind of curious to see how it sounds from the outside with a GoPro hooked up. So, all right, let's finish all this talking. Let's get some action. back to the old view of this. I have this chair in here and I do not have it, I don't have anything tightened down up in this interior right now. Just enable converter lockup on 4th gear only. Seems like it wants more pressure. +5. So I'm going to decrease this a little bit. I'm going to go to my line pressure. So let's talk about this line pressure real quick, and let me explain what I'm adjusting. The Terminator X goes by duty cycle when it talks about line pressure. So the lower the number, the more pressure. The Holley tune has these numbers default across all gears, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. So what I did is I just went in and just for these first, I think 5 cells, up to 26% duty cycle, because I never really had a problem with it shifting, higher in the TPS. So I just kind of just went through these and adjusted these pressures, and it's still a work in progress. I think I have the 1-2 at a real good shift, and so now I just need to fine tune 3rd gear and 4th gear. This thing to lock up now, 4th gear only. And then when I talk about the torque converter only locking in 4th, originally when I was troubleshooting this, I had this to lock converter in 2nd gear. Now that things are shifting smooth and I'm not hearing the noise, I'm setting it back just to lock in 4th gear again. Still got a little bang noise to it, but it's okay. I gotta stop this camera and start it. I have to bolt this thing down. I don't have it bolted down. I still have to fine tune. Man, Man, look at this. It's 95 degrees and my air intake temperatures are still kind of low. I hope that was some good audio for y'all. So let's recap the day. I think the car sounds good. We'll listen to the audio. I got to work on getting this pinion angle dialed in, and I think my line pressures need to be fine-tuned a little bit more. Transition. I think this is really the first time I got up in the RPMs. I mean, I shouldn't say up in the RPMs, because this is Coyote motor, so it's 7,000 plus. -7-degree day. I mean, I'm not really romping on it, but 114-degree matte. That's air temperature. Coolant temperatures, cylinder head temperature is 214. If that's reading 214, then my actual coolant temperature is probably 40 degrees below that, or 30 degrees below that. All in all, some pretty good stuff. I think we're almost ready for the road. I still got to go to Thoumands, get the alignment. I think I can actually drive this car to Thoumands. My camber on these wheels are a little off. I think I'm 2 negative and I'm almost 0.5 negative on one side. I got to get that straight before I drive it up to Thoumands. Yeah, I just got to fine tune these, it's not really shift points, but I think it's shifting too hard. And I played around with the shift pressure, and it's holding second gear a little bit too long. So I'm gonna drop that duty cycle a little bit further down. So, hey, tell me what y'all think about the sound of this Coyote motor. I hope the audio came out good on the GoPro I got mounted. On the back, I tried putting a dead cat on there, and I tried putting it like a windscreen. So hopefully the audio is nice and crisp. But we'll close this out once we get to the house. All right, so I want y'all to give me your honest opinion on how this sounded. Like, I actually like it. You know, it's not super loud, and it's not going to be that mod motor or that push rod sound. So I have to get that through my head. But, you know, for the most part, I like it. And here's my dilemma. I want to do the spin tech and get the side exhaust going on this car, but now that I've kind of fell in love with the vibrants, I don't know. I have to talk to my man Keith about it, because maybe he can fab up something custom for me that I can keep the vibrants, and you know, we can run the little dual tips out the side. But teaser for the next video, I installed the adjustable rear upper control arms. That's a lot to say. And the clucking noise is pretty much gone. My axle housing bushings had some problems, to say the least, and that was not the issue with the clucking noise. So if you're curious to find out what happened with this car, what did I have to do to get it fixed, hey, subscribe, hit the bell notification, because I'm trying to get back consistent on weekly videos. So hey, I appreciate y'all rocking with me on this long video, and until next time, God bless.